The Masked Maidens. To mask is to reveal. Object number 26. Maiden'sink. Official Meg Notice. The slot for object number 26 is to halt usage indefinitely. All entries that have been put into the slot have been deleted moments after posting. As such, the Meg has opted to keep the file unused for the time being. The file is currently undergoing maintenance to fix the corruption. We hope you understand the measures that we have taken. Thank you for your compliance. But of course, you are one of us now. Explorers, that is what they call themselves. Wanderers who traverse this untouched dimension in search for safety, security, and escape back to their home. Alas, this dimension shall remain untouched for not much longer. When the explorers who travel through the jungle leave alien seeds behind them everywhere they go, can they truly be called explorers, despite the fact that they are simply invaders who leave chaos in their wake everywhere they go? The explorers have grown distant to their roots. They conduct inhuman practices on their kin for no reason, other than to poke the sleeping dog. But that dog sleeps no longer. You are one of us now, whether you have decided to voluntarily don the mask, or to have it donned involuntarily. You are now a part of the cause that fights against the evil that plagues the Backrooms. Use the information present in this article to your advantage. You will find great use for it in the very near future. Welcome to the family. To mask is to reveal. Description. Image caption. A picture of the ink you'll be using to communicate with your new family from now on. Maidens'ink, or Object 26, as it is referred to in their database, is a special solution that we, the Masked Maidens, use to communicate with each other throughout the Backrooms. It writes just like normal ink would. We write with it on papers or walls, except the ink is for our fellow maidens' eyes only. Only those that wear the mask can see the ink. To those who have not been masked, the ink is invisible. A clear crystal liquid that sticks to the skin and gives off the smell of ink. A useless item in their eyes, something not even worth documenting. To us, however, the ink is a saving grace in our operations around the Backrooms. To us, it appears not as the crystal clear liquids which others see, but instead it takes a bluish hue which glows when it is written with. As such, we use it to hide information which we do not wish outsiders to see, as Maidens'ink is invisible to outsiders no matter the medium. This very scripture you see before you is comprised of a set of images written in Maidens'ink, which they cannot see. They assume it is part of the file's corruptive properties. They are as naive as they are cruel. The properties of Maidens'ink come from the masks, rather than the ink itself. An arcane aura is present within the ink, which is older than our masks themselves, and is detectable only by them, and nothing else. We know this because they told us, but what they have failed to tell you is how one can manufacture this object. But we are trying our hardest to replicate the properties of this object for more widespread use. I am sure that you are curious as to where you may find this object. We have a plethora of them, stockpiled in our various stations, but they can be found naturally all around the Backrooms. It is not quite as rare as you may think either. Seeing as only we use it, the people do not clamor and squabble over it like they do with other resources. One of the most important uses for Maidens'ink is the recruitment of mask wearers into our ranks. Mask wearers are often left to wander the Backrooms alone, with no remorse shown to them by those that curse them with the affliction. Our notes grant them the chance to fight for their survival and their rights. Spread across the backrooms, several iterations of directions to our bases and institutions of our motives can be found written with this ink. It is most likely how you found us, after all. Speaking about this object from your standpoint, you will find that it will be of high importance to your work from now on. You will be communicating with your fellow maidens much more going forward, and this will be your primary method of doing so for the time being. Call the method old-fashioned, but this object has quite possibly saved our organization multiple times over. It is the very reason we can play this game with the Meg, without having our lives be put into danger all the time. And it is by far one of our most valuable assets. I feel that very little needs to be said about this other than the information within this document. You have both the information on how to use the tools and the tools themselves at your disposal, so your work can begin as soon as you wish it to. I will personally be awaiting you at our third station on level 153. Holmes. Signed, Evangeline Holmes.